Your habits accumulate into who you are, and who you are accumulates into your life. If you want a different life, you need to implement different habits. So that's what we're going to unpack and address today. This video is split into macro goals and process goals to not only give us direction for the new year, but also give us a game plan of how we'll actually get there. The process goals will be organized in 3 categories of mindset, lifestyle, and health, with 3 main points in each. What has given me the best results to upgrade my well-being, business, and personal life to completely transform has been combining the power of manifestation and aligned action. Welcome to day 2 of the 12 days of Livfiitmas. You guys, usually when I'm like doing a video, I'm more of like the flow type of gal. Like, you know, I just kind of like to let these videos flow. I made a whole outline for this video. That's how excited I am about this video. And after I wrote this, I literally stood up out of my chair and I was like, yes, because it's gonna be so good. I'm so passionate about all these things that we're gonna talk about today. And I'm definitely that type of person who definitely gets, I think a lot of us get juiced up when a new year is around the corner. So I wanted to give you guys this now, give you guys kind of like a month to sit on it, to acclimate, to get, you know, your gears in place, get everything in order, get your ducks in a row so that you are gonna be ready, more than ready to attack 2023 with the most love and intention yet, to have it be the best year for you yet. Also, I got this new sweatshirt from EHPLABS in the mail and I'm literally obsessed with it. Like, it's the perfect amount of oversized and it's the coziest thing ever, and I just wanna like, oh, I love it. We're just gonna get right into this. So I honestly have not made pretty much any content about manifestation, honestly, even though I am very spiritual and my podcast, Live Fit Listens, is kind of all about in that spiritual realm. The thing with manifestation, I feel like especially in the social media space, it kind of gets the rep of that it's just very like, oh, think about it or say it and it's gonna happen. And that's not to say that that doesn't hold value, but in order for it to actually truly work and work effectively and efficiently, it needs to be backed by action. And there's a lot of merit to just the psychological aspects to manifestation, more so in the sense that if you truly believe that something is true, you are going to inevitably alter your course of action to align with what you believe. That's just how we live. That's like what we do on the day-to-day basis, whether we are conscious of it or not. And that's kind of the whole concept of like our whole entire life, we are constantly manifesting due to basically that whole entire theory that I just explained, to that your actions are just purely a representation of your true internal beliefs that you have. So the first of the 2 big categories that I have for this video is macro goals. So this whole section is essentially about us finding the direction that you want to be going and the direction that you want to take this year, because how are you supposed to actually ever like accomplish anything if you don't know where you're going? How do you expect to arrive at this said destination if you don't even know where the destination is? It's like getting in a car and saying, okay, let's go, and the driver's like, well, where are we going? So we need to figure out where we're going. So I'm super huge on writing your goals down, and that is a step 1 for everyone in this video. I want everyone to literally physically write down your goals and intention for the year of 2023. There are so many countless studies. Anyone who's like even in a sliver of the lane of personal development knows how much more likely you are to actually achieve your goals when you write them down. I personally think it's something about kind of bringing it in an intangible form in your mind and making it tangible by writing it on paper makes it seem really real and actually make it seem like, oh, this is a task at hand that I need to work towards. And the difference between goals and intentions, goals are essentially kind of like those 3D physical things that you can actually accomplish, things that you can acquire, things that you want to do, whereas opposed your intentions, or what I'd like to describe, are kind of more so the energy that you would like to bring into the new year, more so maybe affirmations or something that you would write down, kind of more so character traits, morale, work ethic, things like that, of ways you want to just show up in the energy that you want to bring into the year. So for example, a goal might be, I want to put 10 grand in my savings, whereas an intention for the year could be something like, I do all tasks with purpose and with love. Another way I guess to describe it is like your goals are kind of like the output that you want, where your intentions are kind of the input that you're putting in to eventually get you towards those goals. We're already getting a snack break and we're 1 point in, but it's afternoon for me. These bars are so good. I already mentioned them in a YouTube video already, but the Pure Protein Chocolate Mint Cookie. Wait till you guys see this. Look at this. Is everyone ready? Oh, there's layers. Like, hello, look at that. It's beautiful. So speaking of all these macro goals, the whole point of this is to get a vision for the year. So with that, my second point under this category is to create a vision board. Now, like I said, these things aren't gonna make it just like magically happen, but these are what we need to do in order to set us up to give us some sort of direction. So having a vision board is so important because it reminds us of where we're trying to go, where we're trying to get to, and it also helps make these dreams that we have and goals very tangible and real, because now you're like, oh my gosh, I can picture, I can see it. It's kind of like the concept of like, it's kind of hard to believe in something, or like it's hard to believe in the unseen, even though I do believe that you can believe in the unseen. But just kind of that whole concept, it's easier to believe in something when you can see it and it seems tangible and it seems real, and like you can see it in action in real life. So I personally believe that's why vision boards are so powerful and so impactful, because you're like, oh my gosh, wow, like I can see that, this could be my life. Like even to the point of you photoshopping yourself in certain scenarios, so you're like, oh my gosh, this is me literally in Cabo, or this is me literally in an overwater bungalow in Bora Bora, like that means I can get there. So you can either do this physically. I've done this before in the past where I've done like kind of a paper mache. Now, is that the right word? I've gotten like a canvas. That's not the right word, but I've gotten a canvas and I'll like cut out magazine things and like make a vision board that way of like phrases that are inspiring me, or phrases that I want to be said about myself or my life, or the car that I want to have, or vacation I want to have, or the house I want to have, and I will put that all there. You could do it on like a poster board if you want, and put that up in your room somewhere where you can see it. Or something that I've done that I really like, that I'm doing currently, is I just go on Canva and I make one just getting photos off of Pinterest, put that all in a collage, and now I have it on my iPhone background. It's my home screen, so that I'm seeing it every single day when I open up my phone. I don't have it on my lock screen. It's like when it's in the actual home screen, so no one else can see it because I'm a private individual. But just having that, seeing it, like I have my dream car in here. I have destinations that I want to go to. I have my 100,000 subscribers plaque, and I literally put on there Live Fit for the name. I literally have me as a picture on like an Alpha Elite group photo of me wearing Alpha Elite, just things like that, where I literally am photoshopping myself into it. There's positive affirmations on here, things that just are reminding me of like where I'm going, what my goals are, and what I want, and helping me make it feel a lot more real. Just the whole point is that you're getting exposure to the vision board really frequently, so that it's like seeping into your subconscious and actually reminding you to like keep going. All right, I have a meeting that I'm really excited about. Really don't know how it's gonna go or what's gonna come of it, but guys, also look at my old glasses. I found this old pair of glasses. I think they're so cute. And I thought they were cute in the beginning. Then I went through a phase where I'm like, these are so ugly. They sit crooked on my face for some reason. And I found them again and I'm like, I think they're so cute. I love the blue. They're so dirty because they've been in the bottom of my drawer. But like, they're just big on my face. But I kind of like the blue. I look like a little nerd, but I'm not mad about it. I'm going to be honest, this is the story of my life, but I essentially always just put on a sweater and leave whatever sweatpants I have on. But I'm just going to wear this because it's very safe. I don't need to be like dressy for it, but I don't necessarily want to be wearing a sweatshirt. All right, Gucci to go. Now, the last little thing that I have in here for macro goals to help you get a vision is something called scripting. And this is a specific like method or technique for manifestation that has truly genuinely changed my life. And I haven't really spoke about it at all to you guys, but I single-handedly believe that like I have built a reason why I was able to accumulate's a weird word, build this community was through scripting. And essentially scripting is you writing out, like kind of like how you would write a journal entry, or you could write it like you're writing a letter to someone or a letter to the universe, of writing about all the things that you're so grateful for that have happened, like all of the goals that you're wanting, writing it down and thanking the universe for it, or telling yourself about it in a journal, how happy you are that all these things happen. So you're kind of writing as if your dream life is your present moment now. And it's a super powerful method because it just really helps you actually get into alignment of all the things that you're desiring by actually like becoming it, because you're speaking as if it's in the present moment now. And the thing is even all these things that we're wanting, right, to come into the future, everything is only the present moment. So anything that seems to be in the future now, once it comes, once we're experiencing it, it is going to be the now. It is going to be in the present moment. So it may feel a little bit out there to write as if of like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful I have my Porsche Cayenne, even though you're like, I'm not driving a Porsche Cayenne. You need to remind yourself that like that day is going to come, and when it does, it will be the present moment. So it's not something that's like untruthful, I guess, if you will. That's how I personally look at it. And so that's just another method that you can do, essentially just writing down how thankful you are or how happy you are about your present reality, and be as specific as possible. Be like, I am so thankful that I woke up on my balcony that's overlooking the ocean. I'm so thankful that my loving partner just brought me my warm cup of coffee with my favorite creamer in it. Like, bring it down to the details and write it as if it's like a day in the life that's happening right now, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is my reality. Write it down like that. Express your gratitude in it when you're writing. Express the emotion of how you're feeling since you're living that life that you've always dreamed of. This will help you not only get into the energetic vibration of all the things that you're wanting in life and like get into the vibration of your dream life, be an energetic match for your dream life, but it's also going to help remind you of that it's tangible, that it's real. That feeling that you're going to have imagined in your head when you're writing down is going to be a sense of inspiration for you to keep working towards those goals, to achieve them in the 3D. Joe? Well, you know I can't not have a whenever I have a meeting, I have to call you like 6 seconds after I hang up the phone.
Well, of course you, because I'm the business advisor.
Yes. Now we're going to get into the second part of this video, which is process goals. Basically the first part, macro goals, all about getting a vision, where you want to go. Now the process goals are essentially going to be how we're going to actually get there. Process goals are something that have completely changed my life. I had the revelation of just the concept of process goals back in 2020. And I swear like that was one of the things that really allowed me to like actually start seeing progress in the sense of accomplishing my goals. Because when you just have this big goal written on paper, it's kind of like, okay, cool, I want to get to Vegas, but I have no idea what street to turn on, what road to take, what map to use. So kind of the process goals answers all of those questions of where to go, what turns to take, what map to use, and that's what allows you to actually get there. So process goals and focusing on what you're doing on the micro scale every single day to eventually accumulate into inevitably helping you reach your goal has been life-changing to me. So I split these points into 3 different categories of a lifestyle, mindset, and health, which is essentially just like wellness essentially all in one, like welcome to Livfiit. All right, everyone go easy on the kitchen lighting, okay? I'm currently making a little bit of lunchy for me before I go to the gym. Oh, wait, look how beautiful and perfect she is. That's nice. So first category that I'm going to start with is mindset, because if you guys are even semi-regular on my channel or with the Livfiit brand, you guys know that I preach mindset is literally everything. Everything that you're experiencing in this lifetime is all a result of where you stand mentally. Everything is getting filtered through your 5 senses, and it's all getting filtered through your own perceptions, your own beliefs, what you deem as right or wrong based on your own past experiences. Like, it is everything just starts in your mind. If you're looking to have a better life, you need to look to have a better mindset. If you want to change your life, you got to change your mind. Like I said in the beginning of the video, how you are basically a culmination of your habits, essentially. Like, your habits are stemming from your mindset, they're stemming from your thoughts. Even your thoughts are habits. Like, you habitually learned to think that way. Your brain has learned to habitually operate in that sense. So when you can do what you can to kind of optimize your mental space and get it to have it be working for you and towards you as opposed to working against you, that's when you can become very limitless, and that's when it's easier to implement all the other goals that I'm going to speak about later. All right, here we go. Number 1, do not negotiate with your mind. Spoke about this in a podcast episode. Our mind likes to talk us out of things that honestly will serve us in the long term, but since it feels uncomfortable or it takes effort in the moment, our mind's like, nah, let's not do it, and our ego tries to talk us out of it. It's amazing if you actually think about how often your mind will talk you out of something because you take the time to negotiate with it. So what do I mean by this? If you said to yourself that you were gonna wake up at 8 a.m. and get ready and go to the gym, what happens when that actually your alarm goes off and the time comes to actually get up? The alarm goes off and you're like, damn, it's already morning again. Do I really have to go to the gym? Well, maybe I could just take a rest day today. I did go yesterday, or maybe I could just go later tonight after work. It will be easier. All of that is a negotiation with your mind, and that's what eventually leads you to talking yourself out of it. Whereas opposed to if you just get rid of the emotion, you get rid of the thought behind it, and don't sit there and contemplate and have it look at it very objectively and say, I said I was gonna get up at 8 a.m. and get ready and be in the car to go to the gym by 8:15. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not if I feel like it. It's not if I want to. It's simply just the concept that you said you're gonna be AIS in the car at 8:15 a.m. to go to the gym. That's it. Let it be simple, no ifs, ands, or buts, and I'm telling you, you will be so much more efficient and consistent with the goals that you set for yourself. Do not negotiate with your mind. 333 on the clock, baby. Next mindset shift that you're gonna make to make 2023 the best freaking year yet is you're going to reframe any thoughts, any thoughts that do not serve you. This one is such a crucial one. I'm such a huge advocate on reframing thoughts. Like I said, your thoughts that you have are habits, and the thoughts you have contribute to the way that you feel, which is then going to affect the tangible course of action that you take in your life, which then inevitably creates that life that you are living. So you want to do what you can to consciously be living in constructive thoughts that serve you throughout the day to help bring you constructive emotions so that you can take constructive action to live a productive, profitable life. So what do I mean by this? This could be anything as small as the fact of like you're sitting in traffic and you're pissed that you need to sit in traffic. Is that serving you in any which way to sit there and dwell on the fact that you're pissed that you're sitting in traffic? No. So that's what I say to reframe it to a thought that does serve you, of saying like, wow, I'm so grateful that I even have a car to sit in right now to be stuck in traffic in. Something like that, where you're essentially just choosing the narrative that's what's going to serve you best. Let's say you tried something in business, it failed, it didn't do well. Are you going to sit there and dwell and say, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, like I can't do this? Is that serving you in any which way? No. But what would serve you is saying, okay, I learned from this experience. What can I take away from this experience? How can I see this as a lesson and take this as a positive thing and see it in a positive light? And see it as a way of like, wow, I'm improving, I'm wiser now, I've gained a newfound experience, instead of looking at it as a waste of time and a failure. All right, getting ready to go to the gym. But the last tip we have in this category is that you're done with the negative self-talk, okay? I'm declaring it right now. No ifs, ands, or buts, like we're done with it, okay? We're past it, it's 2023. Self-talk is just honestly outdated at this point. Like I just truly wanna know how many times we're gonna complain about having negative self-talk and not doing anything about it. Like I'm done dealing with it. I hope you guys are done dealing with it. So we're gonna stop that in 2023. Self-love is a cheat code to just happiness. It's just a cheat code to life and success in life and just abundance in life. If you can actually truly love yourself, be at peace with yourself, stop battling yourself, and stop being just mean to yourself, it is amazing how many things in life will fall into place, because you would be surprised, back to the concept about negotiating with your mind, how much you talk yourself out of things because you don't believe that you're worthy in achieving them, or you're scared of failure because your worth is completely invested in whether you achieve that thing or not. So if you can just love yourself for who you are at your core, for being a soul, for your essence, and just be done with talking down on yourself, like so much of life is going to feel so much easier. And I promise you're going to effortlessly come into alignment with your goals. You're going to show up better. You're going to do better work because you're just an overall happier individual and you believe in yourself. Every single solitary thing starts with belief. And I always say there's so many obstacles in life that are outside of your control. Like there's enough things in life that are going to challenge you and present you with adversity. So there's no need to allow your mind to be one of them, or to have your own negative self-talk be one of those obstacles that you were battling. Like do not shoot your own self in the foot. Like that is just so redundant. And so I always say there's so many things that are there to take you out of the game, and don't have yourself be one of them. If anyone should be on your own team, and if anyone should be rooting for you, being your own cheerleader and being on your side, it should be your own self. And so that starts with the way that you speak to yourself, the thoughts you have about yourself, the thoughts you have towards yourself. It's revolutionary. Anytime that you say something negative about your body image, or negative about who you are, or saying like, I can't do that, like it's just not, I'm just can't do it, I'm not capable, you need to have that awareness and reframe those thoughts in the moment and change it to be something positive about yourself. And at the very least, just a neutral statement of saying, well, I don't know if I can do it because I've never tried yet, so let's find out. Guys, I need to have a quick dance party because I'm dwindling right now. Like the fact that I need to go do a full body circuit. This is what I do. Yow! Oh my gosh, there's a little teeny gray kitty. Hi, sister. I always like to include those things because like maybe that was a sign for somebody watching this video. Anyways, all right, so it's the next day and I'm very definitely 100% in the same sweatshirt, because I'm not kidding when I say I've been living in this. Like it's like a wearable blanket. I've been loving it. Also, check this new drip though. This is my dad's that he ordered, but I really wanted one. It's an Armada hat and it's kind of freaking legit as fook, and I think it's so cute. Anyway, moving right along. Now for section 2, for process goals, I want to talk about lifestyle habits. I kind of want to bang these out quick because there's kind of like, they're kind of self-explanatory. Number 1 is getting up earlier. I think so many of us would benefit from waking up earlier. Like unless you're like a 5 a.m. wake up person, then like disregard this. But I think everyone could do good by waking up earlier. And for me, like the momentum that I build up in the morning completely sets up for how productive I am the rest of the day and helps me get so much more done during the day. So if I'm kind of like rolling out of bed at a late time and I just am very slow in the morning, my rest of the day pretty much looks the same. But like if I get up earlier than normal and I get up out of bed like when my alarm goes off or right when I wake up and kind of start the day with just energy and get the ball rolling from the get-go, completely sets my day up with so much more momentum. So even if it's just like setting an alarm for 10 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier, just so you have a little bit more time to like get grounded, which will lead us into the next one. So my tip number 2 was to have some sort of morning routine. And I don't want to sound like a broken record and like every other like personal development, like, yeah, it's a new year, we're gonna have a morning routine this year, but I am like a through and through like thorough morning routine stan. I just genuinely thoroughly, like in every sense of the word, think it is it's so transformative and completely sets your day up for success. That, like I just said, the morning is such a transformative part of your day. Like it completely lays the foundation for how you show up for the rest of the day. So for me, having some sort of morning routine has completely like genuinely changed my trajectory in life and like my productivity for my day and just how I feel overall as a human being. I can go on and on and on and about this. I think I actually do have a podcast episode about this that you can check out if you want to see like more in depth about like how to create a morning routine. But I'm not talking about like, it doesn't need to be this like 18-step morning routine where you have like a to-do list before you even get into your to-do list for the day. I'm just talking some sort of something to give you time to connect to yourself, to ground, to kind of check in with how you're feeling for the day, realign with what your goals are and what your intention is for the day. Because I find when people just get up and kind of just mindlessly go right full force into the day, like it blows my mind how they're able to do that. Because to me, it's kind of like if you were on a football team and you like had to go play a game, but like there was no group huddle beforehand to find a game plan and you all just like went out on the field and like did whatever. There's obviously going to be so much more chaos on the field. It's going to be so much less efficient. You guys aren't going to have like a cohesive plan. So a morning routine for me is kind of getting that, taking the chance to have like a game plan and play for the rest of the day. It's just something to like give you a second to sit with yourself so you know how you're feeling before you need to take on like all of the things that your day is going to throw at you is like super transformative. And with that, stay off your phone. Sub point. I don't pick up my phone for like at least 40 minutes after I wake up. Revolutionary. And my last lifestyle tip is morning affirmations to just declare who you are, what you want, where you're going. I think there's so many different purposes for affirmations. Like I think they're amazing to help develop self-love, to change your thought patterns, but I think specifically using them to declare and kind of like help you, again, what I'm talking about of revisiting what your goals are in the morning are so transformative. And I can 100%, I'm not just messing around, I can tell such a big difference when I'm on top of my affirmations in the morning. Like even just recently I experienced this. I used to be really big on like saying my goals in the mirror every morning in the form of an affirmation, and then the past like 3-4 months I like really was not doing them because I was so into meditation. And now the past like 3 weeks I've been saying my affirmations in the morning, and it 100% helps how I feel for the day. It instills so much more hope and optimism in me, and it helps you truly to align to those things that you're speaking in the 3D form to actually experience them. So in the morning, I'll say like I'm a high value individual. I'll say my money goal that I want to make every year. Basically anything that I'm wanting to experience or feel or any goal that I have, I say it as if it's true, as if it's here now. I speak that in the mirror. I say it to myself, looking at myself in the mirror. And I don't know what it is, but I truly feel like it 100% helps to speed up my manifestations. All right, I'm gonna live stream, and I don't really know if I want to have hat hair. Like, look at how bad that just got. But I need to make some tea before we get off after this. We're here with my matcha. I think we're just gonna finish out the video here and power through. The last section of this video under process goals, I have health. So here's our 3 things that I think if you were just to hone in on these 3 things, you would see a major improvement in your health, and I think it will inevitably help you reach whatever fitness goals you have. So number 1 is to walk more, and with that, walk outside if you can, because getting outside time is another amazing thing in and of itself. This is something I think just collectively as a society we don't do enough of, and if you guys are avid, viewers of my channel, you guys know I speak about this like a broken record, but it is so true. Like, we are beings that are meant to move, and you can work out, for hours in the gym every week, but if you still are having an overall sedentary lifestyle, like, that's still definitely not ideal. Every single person can just benefit from having the intention of going on more walks throughout the week, and if you can get outside to get that walk in, it's going to be even better, because fresh air and just being outside is so rejuvenating and so restorative. And as much as I said we're active beings, we are beings that are meant, we are just animals. We are meant to be a part of nature, and I think it's really a big source of a lot of people's like mental fog, you know, depressive thoughts, anxiety, things like that. I think a lot of it could be subsided and calmed, and you can find clarity if we all were to spend more time outside. Number 2 is one about diet and nutrition, and I think so many people get overwhelmed because there's so much different information out there that I know can be overwhelming. So my tip for you is just to simply limit processed foods. This is something that you really can't go wrong with, and like I said, will pretty much do nothing but benefit your health, and it will kind of inevitably assist in whatever fitness goals that you have on top of that. So just what I mean by this is trying to eat as whole food as possible. So trying to limit the amount of food that you're eating out of a package or a box, or that you're getting from the frozen section of the grocery store, or limit, you know, how many times that you eat out a week. More so focusing on just simply making more of your meals from home, focusing on eating those whole nutritious foods of like whole meat sources, whole vegetables, whole fruits, grains, things like that that are naturally coming from the earth and not like processed and manufactured in a facility, even though I'm a sucker for protein bars and such. But doing what you can to limit that and trying to eat as much as you can of food that comes from the earth is gonna do nothing but help you. It's inevitably lower calories, so it's gonna help you with just weight management, but it's also inevitably way more nourishing and satisfying and satiated. I promise you will feel a lot fuller and nourished and satiated when you're eating primarily whole foods. And my last tip for this video is to find a method of exercise that you thoroughly enjoy and literally factor it into your schedule. I always say it's not really about what exercise you're doing, it's about what you can be consistent with, and you're going to be consistent with what you enjoy. You know, finding something, whether that's a method of exercise that's really gonna serve a specific fitness goal that you have, or just simply a method of exercise that you think is fun and that you like to go do, that's what you need to choose for you. And you also need to be realistic in the sense of setting a goal of how frequently that you're going to engage in this activity based on what your schedule is, how active you already are. So if you're like have no experience in the gym, don't expect to just go from 0 to 6 days a week and just go full force. It's definitely more sustainable to start small and build up to it. And that second half of the point of when I say schedule it into your schedule, this is what I always say for college students when they're like looking to, be more consistent with their health. I always say to pencil your workout in as if it's a class, as if it's like in your class schedule. Same thing if you're someone who's like working a 9-to-5 job, pencil it into your daily routine so that you don't have a choice. It's not like, oh, I'll see if I get to it today. No, just like how you have that meeting today that you have to show up for, you have a meeting at the gym that you have to show up for, and it's a non-negotiable. All right, I feel like this video is gonna be so much longer than I thought, but I'm about to go live on YouTube. By the way, I go live every other Saturday. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Hope you guys got something out of it, whether that just being a dose of inspiration and motivation, or simply more so actual action steps you can implement in the year ahead. Of course, don't feel pressure to implement like every single solitary thing that I said all at once. Pick a few things in here in this video that resonates with you, that feels good to start with. Start there and then eventually build up. Maybe one thing from each category to kind of get your base, and then slowly build on that. But like I said, I really hope this video helped you. I am posting 3 days a week this month for the 12 days of Livfiitmas, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next video is going to be an Elf-Elite haul. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and like this video if you did enjoy this style of content, so I just know what you guys are liking and vibing with. Also, if you liked this video, you most likely will like my podcast. It's called Live Fit Listens. It's available on Spotify and Apple Music, all about self-improvement, personal development, all that good stuff that I'm really passionate about. And I also offer one-on-one coaching calls, which the link to that is down below if you're wanting to book a call with me. And yeah, I think that's everything. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching and all of your love and support. I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.